You ever look at your life and think, wow, I really chose this again? Same problem, same type of people, same ending, different year. And the craziest part? You knew how it would end. So why do humans keep repeating toxic patterns knowingly? Are we allergic to peace? Do we enjoy emotional chaos? Or is our brain running some weird subscription we forgot to cancel? Let's talk about it. Picture this. You promise yourself, this time will be different. New job, new relationship, new routine, new you. And for a while, it works. Then slowly, quietly, like a bad song you didn't ask Spotify to replay, boom, you're back in the same mess. Different face, same behavior, same stress, same emotional hangover. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Humans don't choose what's healthy. We choose what's familiar. Your brain is not designed to make you happy. It's designed to keep you safe. And to your brain, familiar pain feels safer than unfamiliar peace. Let that sink in. A toxic pattern you understand feels less scary than a healthy situation you don't know how to handle. That's why someone who grew up around chaos often feels bored around calm people. They're not used to peace. Peace feels suspicious. It's like your brain saying, "Why is everything quiet? Where's the drama? Something must be wrong." So it creates some. Ever notice how some people say they want love, but they're only attracted to emotionally unavailable people? Yeah, that's not bad luck. That's pattern recognition gone wrong. Your brain goes, "Oh, this feels like home," even if home was stressful, even if home hurt. Here's a funny example. Imagine you always touch a hot stove. It burns you every time. You know it will burn you. But one day you say, maybe this time the stove has changed. Spoiler alert, the stove did not change. That's what repeating toxic patterns looks like. We don't repeat them because we're stupid. We repeat them because they once served a purpose. Maybe being quiet kept you safe. Maybe pleasing others helped you survive. Maybe ignoring red flags saved you from loneliness. Your brain learned, this worked before, let's do it again. The problem? What protected you once can destroy you later. And here's where it gets even trickier. Toxic patterns come with emotional rewards. Yes, rewards. Drama feels intense. Intensity feels like passion, and your brain mistakes intensity for meaning. Healthy relationships feel calm. Respectful jobs feel boring. Peaceful routines feel empty. Not because they are, but because your nervous system is addicted to chaos. You're not addicted to the person. You're addicted to the emotional roller coaster. High highs, low lows, no seatbelt. And when things finally feel stable, your brain panics. Wait, where's the suffering? Who am I without problems? So you self-sabotage. You pick fights. You procrastinate. You go back to what you swore you were done with. Not because you want pain, but because pain feels predictable. Here's the turning point most people miss. Awareness doesn't instantly break the pattern. It just gives you a choice. You can't heal what you don't notice, but noticing doesn't mean it stops overnight. Breaking a toxic pattern feels boring at first, uncomfortable, wrong even, because growth feels unfamiliar, and your brain hates unfamiliar. That's why change feels scary even when it's good for you. So what actually helps? You stop asking, why do I keep doing this? And start asking, what does this pattern give me? Attention? Control? Avoidance? A sense of identity? Once you understand the reward, the pattern loses power. And then comes the hardest part. Choosing differently even when your emotions scream, this feels wrong. Because healing doesn't always feel peaceful. Sometimes it feels like boredom. Sometimes it feels like loneliness. Sometimes it feels like standing still while everyone else runs in circles. But here's the truth nobody tells you.
Repeating toxic patterns is exhausting. Breaking them is uncomfortable. Choose your hard. Next time you catch yourself repeating the same mistake, don't shame yourself. Pause and ask this simple question. Am I choosing this because it's good for me or because it's familiar? That one question can interrupt years of self-sabotage. You don't repeat toxic patterns because you're broken. You repeat them because you're human. But once you see the pattern clearly, you don't have to keep living inside it. And that's where real change starts.